Hello everybody and welcome back to the FC25 Career Mode Dream Team series. You know the drill at this stage. We've built a hybrid squad using players from the Celtic, Manchester United and Montreal career modes we did on the channel in FC25, and we are using our FC24 career mode club in Oxford United. We have 3 seasons to win the quadruple. Well, I say we have 3 seasons. We're now in season 2, but you get what I mean. And so far so good when it comes to domestic football. Top of the table after 8 games, only 1 defeat, still conceding far too many goals for my liking, but we're scoring quite a few as well, so that's just typical FC25 really. And then if we go over here to the League Cup, we are in the 4th round. We did dismantle Crystal Palace in the 3rd round of that competition, so all going well there so far. But in the Champions League, things have been a little bit mixed. 1 win, 1 draw, 1 defeat, 8 goals scored as well as 8 goals conceded. And as you can see here, the games are not getting any easier in this competition. Bayern Munich up next. I believe it's Bilbao after that. Yep, and both games away from home. Galatasaray then in December, Atletico Madrid and PSG to round things off in January. So we're not in the worst position possible. Ideally, I would like to finish in the top 8, but I know that's going to be quite a difficult task. So listen, as long as we're in some sort of Champions League knockout round, I will be happy, but we'll do our best to get into the top 8. But listen, before we get into any Champions League games, we do have a couple of big domestic games to play as well. And the first one of those games is up against the Rent Boys in Chelsea. No offence to any Chelsea fans out there, but they're not having a great season at the moment. They are down in 11th position, but still, I am not going to take them lightly whatsoever. We all know that anybody can win on the day, especially here in career mode. But I'm trying to look at Chelsea's squad there as they were making their way out onto the pitch. I can't bloody speak. Doesn't look like they've made too many changes. I think Kepa was still in between the sticks. Of course, he's joined Arsenal in real life. The only change we've made is that Lenny Yoro has come in for Lisandro Martinez. Martinez was a little bit fatigued coming into this one, and Garnacho, of course, is permanently in the starting 11 now over GSP for the time being. I shouldn't say permanently, it's just at this moment in time I feel like he's in better form, so he's going to play out on the right while Palmer moves into the middle. And hopefully Palmer can have a good performance here up against his old club, and hopefully we can get 3 points here to kick off the episode. As I say, we've gotten off to a good start in the Premier League and domestic football in general, and hopefully we can keep that going after we so narrowly missed out on the Premier League last season. Still not really over that. Losing it on the last day to Arsenal. Literally losing it to them. They beat us 3-1 and they won the league title. It was crazy. 3 teams on the final game of the season all going for the league title. Hopefully it's a bit more comfortable this time around as Garnacho puts it wide here. Don't tell me he wants to join bloody Chelsea in this career mode as well. Of course, that's where it looks like he's going to be going in real life, which as a United fan just breaks my heart. Oh, it's Penders they have in goal. I thought he looked, I knew it looked kind of like Kepa, but it wasn't exactly Kepa. But you know, sometimes they don't get the face is 100% perfect in this, so yeah, just a little correction there. But let me just stop talking here for a second as Nicholas Jackson, bloody hell, nearly put that in between the sticks. He didn't have Matt Jackson to tag in though. If you get that reference, then fair play to you. But thankfully he put that just beyond the post. But yeah, I was in Old Trafford the day Garnacho scored his first senior goal at Old Trafford against West Ham in the FA Cup back in 2023, and it's just a shame to see how things have ended up with him. But look, it is what it is. I don't wish him the best of luck at Chelsea, but you know, that looks like is where he's going to end up. Rasmus Højlund, oh my god, a weak as piss header there from Rasmus. And Chelsea have the ball here now again with João Felix into Nicholas Jackson again. It's funny that we have Rasmus and Jackson starting up front for their respective teams, because they're 2 strikers who've had a rough time, shall we say, in real life, but in the game they are absolutely clinical, so they are. That's one of the lessons you have to learn in career mode, is that players' real life form does not always translate over into the game, for better or worse. We've seen both examples of it. Here's Brooks now going on a good run over to Hjulman into Garnacho. There's Cole Palmer, the real life Chelsea player, going on a good run here. Good interception there from the defence. I'm very intrigued to see how Chelsea do in the Premier League in real life this season. To be honest, just how Chelsea do in general, even in the Champions League, as they are on the attack here. I thought Felix might have been offside, but he's managed to stay on. What a save by Sami Zayn. Absolutely fantastic save from the Canadian goalkeeper. Oh, Gordon, though, runs right into a defender. Crunching tackle there. And Chelsea are in again here. Good ball into Jackson, but a good tackle there. I think that was by Lenny Yoro. Yes, it was. But yeah, I am intrigued to see how Chelsea get on this season. I don't think they'll be in a title race per se this year, but I definitely think they're going to have a strong season. And in the Champions League, I could see them doing relatively well also. There's Garnacho now over to Rasmus Højlund. Now Palmer. Over to Timber. Back to Palmer. Into Gordon. He's done well to stay onside there. Anthony Gordon, good save. Can Rasmus follow up? No, he can't. Keeper can only punch it away though. They head it clear now. Away from danger, but we regain the possession. Timber. Hjulman. Rasmus on his right foot gets it on target, but right at the keeper. Very, very intense first half here. Both teams having decent chances, but nobody has put the ball in the back of the net at this moment in time. But Chelsea are on the attack here now as we very, very quickly approach the second half here. I'd be really frustrated if we conceded now. Oh my god, it's like I just spoke it into existence. The man who has ended up in Saudi Arabia in real life is still playing his football in Fulham here. If you know, you know. But he's put Chelsea 1-0 up. And that is a really frustrating way to end the half. Especially, it's a really good finish. I have to give credit where it's due. I mean, there's nothing the keeper's going to be able to do about that. It's a rocket of a strike from João Felix. But we are 1-0 down now as we approach the halftime break. Oh, Garnacho, bloody hell, I tell you what, he's not playing too well in this game. Is it an inside job? Oh no. Jackson. Bloody hell, Sami Zayn has to make another good save. Oh, wouldn't you just know it? Felix hadn't scored in the Premier League at all this season up until this game. Some things never change. But that is going to be half-time, 1-0 down here. I would say overall, we were actually probably the better team, but we didn't get the goal, and that's what matters in football, is who puts the ball in the back of the net, which that man right there did for Chelsea. 1-0 down here at half-time, but we are far from out just yet. I contemplated making a change or two at half-time, but for now I'm going to stick with what we have. Nobody played outrageously poor, so I don't think there's an immediate need for a substitution, but don't hold me to that for the rest of this game, because I do feel like the more this game goes on, the longer it stays like this, the more likely we will be to make a couple of changes. But hopefully we can change the scoreline before then. Here's Rasmus. Timber. Good run. Timber. I'm going to square it. Garnacho does put the ball in the back of the net. Not the best performance from him in the first half, but he's made up for it here in the second half. He's probably going to be donning the Chelsea blue in real life this season. But in this universe, in this career mode, he's just scored against them. Really good run there by Rasmus. Really good ball, I should say, into Timber, who made a really good run. And I was never not going to square that. He had an empty net to aim at, Garnacho. And thankfully, he found the target, and we are back on level terms. Perfect start here to the second half. Can we carry this momentum forward now and get the goal to put us in front? Well, let's try not concede first of all. Let's not have this turn into a game of NBA 2K. Oh, God. Oh, bloody hell. I'd almost accepted that that was going to go in. It's Jackson yet again. Oh, I tell you what, let's see how close this was. Oh, it wasn't far away at all. It's the second chance he's had that's just gone past the post. But thankfully, it did miss that target. Can we go on an attack here now? Here's Garnacho. Into Cole Palmer. Rasmus Højlund. Rasmus Højlund. Get in there. Rasmus Højlund has put us 2-1 up. A fantastic finish there from the Danish striker. And the two real-life Manchester United players, at this moment in time at least, have come back here to haunt Chelsea by putting us 2-1 up. Well, Palmer, I should say, really has come back to haunt Chelsea. He's the one playing against his old team, even though we did use him in the Manchester United career mode this year. So technically it's 3 former United players in this universe at least who've come back to haunt Chelsea here and put us 2-1 in front with just over half an hour to go. See, this is why I didn't make any changes at half-time. I didn't feel like we were playing poor enough that we desperately needed to make one. As I say, I do think we actually were the better team in that first half, just slightly unlucky not to get the goal and very unlucky to be behind. As Chelsea look to go on another attack here though. Still feel like the goal scoring is not over. Jackson again, Sami Zayn with the save. I feel like GSP and Maeda will probably be the 2 players I bring on, and probably Johnston as well, because Mazraoui, honestly, I've never seen a professional footballer get tired so much as I do at Mazraoui. But in fairness to him, he's headed that ball away, and that shot goes very far wide, a lot more far wide than Jackson's shots did, shall we say. Come on, 25 minutes to go. Here's Garnacho into Rasmus Højlund, who loses it though. And Chelsea get it back. I hate this though, like as soon as they win the ball back, they just retain possession so easily. And I find when I win the ball back, it goes right back to one of their players. It really is frustrating. I was trying to switch to the bloody referee there. I thought he was one of our players. Oh my god, Lenny Yoro does really well to intercept that though. Passes it back to his former Montreal teammate and Sami Zayn. Here's Gordon now into Timber. 20 minutes to go. We're 2-1 up. But a third goal, I should say, wouldn't be a miss right now, but we lose it again. And I mean, look at where it goes to in the end. Santos or Jackson, has he stayed onside? Yes, he has. Great tackle again by Lenny Yoro. He is having a fantastic game. Contender for man of the match. He really has been that good. Rasmus Højlund here. Can he give us that 2-goal cushion though? Yes, he can. With 15 minutes to go, he gets his second and our third. And that is a fantastic finish as well. Has it sealed the 3 points here? I'm not going to say it definitely has, because a lot can happen in 15 minutes. But it's put us in a very good position here. It's a really, really good strike. Yet again from that man Rasmus. And hopefully it's put us on our way to getting the 3 points in this game. Let's make some changes now as well though. Mazraoui, as I say, absolutely knackered. We'll take him off. I'll take Timber off for GSP. He's going to play a little bit deeper than normal. And I'll bring on Maeda for Garnacho. But I'll put Gordon on the right, Maeda over on the left. Freshen things up here a little bit as we look to see out this result and get off to a good start here in the episode. I know Chelsea aren't having the best season, but they aren't playing like a team in 11th place, I'll tell you that. And I expect them to climb up the table as this season goes on. You have to remember, it is very early days in this campaign. So hopefully, well, I don't know why I'm saying hopefully. I'm sure they'll hope that they can climb up that table and challenge for at least the European places. But if we make this scoreline look... Or sorry, we could make the scoreline look a lot more convincing maybe than it was at the start of this half, but Rasmus Højlund there denied his hat-trick as it goes out for a corner. Chelsea going to make a change here. I might make another change myself actually, because I am taking the League Cup quite seriously, so I do kind of want to keep some players fit. Let's bring on Yusuf for Lenny Yoro, who did have a fantastic game. And you know what? He hasn't gotten his hat-trick today, but listen, there's plenty more where this one could have came from. Let's bring on Adamida as well. See if he can get a goal here with 7 minutes to go. I will start him in the League Cup though, Adamida, so he will be getting some game time. Don't worry about that. But Gordon now will try and whip in this corner. In towards Phil Brooks, but it's going to go out for another corner again. I don't mind that. Run down the clock. Keep the ball as far away from our net as possible. Gordon is going to take it again. I probably should be putting Palmer on it, but whatever. Oh, I tell you what, Brooks nearly got into that again. Dangerous pass there in their own box, but they have gotten away with it. Palmer tracking back here against Buena. Cucurella now over to their goal scorer, João Felix. I'd like to keep this at 3-1 if we can. If we're not going to score again, let's keep it at 3-1. I don't want to concede a second here, but it looks like we will. No, we won't, because Sami Zayn has made a haluva save here. Absolutely fantastic from the man in between the sticks. Chelsea make a change. I might make one more as well, just to keep running. Oh no, I forgot we already made all our subs. I'm an idiot. Actually, no, what am I saying? No, we didn't. Hold on a second. We brought on GSP, Yusuf and Maeda. Oh, John, sorry, never mind. Brain fart, brain fart. I was about to call out EA there. I forgot about the change at right back. Never mind, EA. You win this time. That was on me. That was a brain fart from myself. I'm not editing that out. But let's hope we don't concede another one here. Honestly, that's something though that is on EA. Look at how long the ref... I knew he was going to give the decision. You could tell by the animation. But look at how long it took him to actually give it. Right, let's get a man on the line here. Hulman, stop this one from going in. Yes, he does. Beautiful stuff. Here is Alistair Johnston now. Into Anthony Gordon. Don't need to go on another attack. We've gotten the victory here. Clear that one away. And that seals 3 points here up against Chelsea. We did concede late on in the first half, but thankfully Garnacho and Rasmus Højlund clicked into gear here in the second half. And we kick off this episode by getting 3 goals and a big 3 points to keep us on top of the table. Lovely stuff. Well, of course, the goal of this series is to win the quadruple, but I tell you what, lads, in this game right here, it was very nearly over for us here in Season 2 already. 4th round of the League Cup, taking on Brentford, and this is the first thing that happens in the game. Yusuf making his first start in ages, and it lasted all of 6 bloody minutes. Now, I think it's a bit of a harsh red card. He was last man back, though, so I think that's where the decision came in, but really, really frustrating to get a man sent off that early, and I thought, yeah, this is going to be one of those games, isn't it? And only a few minutes later this happens. Good save initially here by Sami Zayn, but it lands right at the feet of a Brentford player, and we did go 1-0 down. And when I tell you Brentford dominated this first half, that would be the understatement of the century. Kevin Shada then, right at the end of the half, doubled their advantage. I really believed after this it was over. I couldn't see us being down to 10 men and 2 goals down, somehow coming back from this position. But listen, we say it on this channel all the time, never a dull moment. Second half then, I brought on Rasmus Højlund for Adam Idah, who had a very quiet first half, and only a few minutes in, on his so-called weaker foot, he rifled that one into the top corner to half the deficit and to get us right back into this game. Only a few minutes after that, he did get us back on level terms here. Good ball there by Garnacho. Good run from Rasmus. I thought he'd actually missed this for a second. Keeper stood still. The first one went right into the top corner. This one went right into the bottom corner. And we were back on level terms. We made a few more changes then. The momentum was really swinging into our favour. He didn't get his hat-trick here, Rasmus Højlund, but he did get an assist to put us in front by squaring that ball into Cole Palmer. Cold as ice, as ever as well. And we were in front with only 10 minutes to go. 3 minutes to go then. Days and Maeda. For here I thought surely it was sealed, and I was really, really comfortable. A beautiful finish there again from our Japanese superstar. But Brentford did make things quite interesting. Wissa here with a really, really good goal. I mean, he whizzed this one right into the top corner, if memory served me correctly. No, he didn't. It was in the bottom corner. But still, you get me. This is just one of those goals that there's nothing you can do about it. EA wanted that goal to go in, so therefore it went in. But thankfully, it didn't cost us anything in the end. We did pull off a great comeback, and we do advance through to the quarterfinals of the Carabao Cup. So it's Leeds United up next. I feel quite comfortable simming this one because they are quite low down the table. We do have a full strength team. I did bring GSP in because he played really well against Brentford there, so I wanted to reward him with a start, and hopefully we can quick sim this one and not pick up any injuries or suspensions, and we will get 3 points. Let's see if we can get that here against Leeds. No, we don't. It's a draw. Oh god, that's really frustrating. Former Manchester United player Dan James getting the equaliser, which cancelled out current Manchester United player Rasmus Højlund's opener. That's really, really frustrating. But look, it's not the worst result in the world. I still think we might be top of the league depending on other results, but still, I would have preferred, of course, to have won that game. Oh, well, this is just flashed up here. We get the Ballon d'Or ceremony. We never got this in any of our career modes that we did with Celtic, United or Montreal, but we get it here, very unexpectedly, but I'll happily take it. David Beckham congratulating Cole Palmer, one ex-Manchester United number 7 to another, in the context of and the universe of this channel, but Cole Palmer has won the Ballon d'Or. Fair play to him. But here now, in the final game of the episode, our attention switches over to the Champions League to take on German champions Bayern Munich, who are actually only one place above us in the Champions League table after 3 games, as I just knock over my bloody drink. Great start. But anyways, Bayern have not had the best start to this Champions League campaign either. But listen, it is still very early in the competition. I've gone with the same starting 11 that we did against Chelsea. I was tempted to start GSP, but I still think I'm going to use him as an impact player off the bench for this one. Rasmus Højlund, of course, did score his first 2 goals for Manchester United, or excuse me, his first goal for Manchester United against Bayern Munich in the old group stage of the competition. So hopefully he can score against them here. But Bayern are the ones who get things kicked off. Oh god, I'm already all over the place defensively here. Musiala. Oh, what a start that could have been for Bayern. Good save by Sami Zayn, but not great defending from ourselves. Thankfully we deal with it though. Here's Mazraoui, former Bayern Munich player, into Cole Palmer, Ballon d'Or winner. You'll love to see it. Oh, and it's Rasmus. Go on, go for the chip. Oh, what was I doing? What was I thinking? I got far too cocky there. That was never going to beat Manuel Neuer. I think it was actually going wide as well, which is even more embarrassing. Oh my goodness me. But here's Elise, and we did of course use in the Montreal career mode. So he is eligible to be signed in this, if we would choose to do so. Oh my god. This man may be injured in real life, but he's fit as a fiddle in this career mode. And he has given Bayern Munich the lead here inside the opening 10 minutes of the game. It's really good football. I can't complain about how well they worked that, but I can complain about some of the positioning there. Leny Yoro caught completely out of position, and Musiala was there to finish it off. 1-0 down here. That makes me regret the attempted chip at Rasmus Højlund even more. And I'm not going to blame him for it. I was the one who made the decision. I was just controlling him. So I can't blame him too much, or at all actually. But we are 1-0 down now. Right, we need to be a lot more clinical here as Cole Palmer loses the ball. Don't let that bloody award go to your head, lad. Honestly, it's fantastic that you won it. First time on the channel we've had a player win the Ballon d'Or, which is crazy when you think about it, that nobody in any of our series. I mean, I know people did say in the United series I could have simmed in another season to see if Rasmus won it and that, but I suppose I was kind of thinking, look, we did say we were only going to do 3 full seasons in that career mode, so I kind of felt like if he didn't win it in those 3 seasons, that just means he didn't win it in the series. But I'm kind of surprised it was when we didn't win the Champions League that a player has won the Ballon d'Or, because that's normally what happens, which is why I was so surprised nobody won it in the Montreal series. But anyways, at least Palmer has won it here. Here's Rasmus. Oh, good block. It goes out for a corner. They've kept Anthony Gordon on. I'm going to put Cole Palmer on this one. Let's see if we can create anything from it. No, we'll just pass it right into the hands of Manuel Neuer. And he throws it out here to Paulinho. Of course, has joined Tottenham on loan in real life. Oh, here's Musiala. Look at all the space he has to run into. He's got Harry Kane in support. Is he going to use him? No, he's not. Good block by Leny Yoro. Hjulman now over to Timber. Here's Mazraoui now. Garnacho. Rasmus. He's in again here. Rasmus Højlund. Oh, good save again by Neuer. And Gordon wins the ball but puts it out for a goal kick. Oh, I tell you what, Bayern Munich, I just, like, we don't really have any easy games in this group, but I kind of felt like because we'd had some dodgy results against teams you'd expect us to beat, I had a feeling we'd come into this one and probably get a result that not many would expect us to get. But it's not going that way so far, as Harry Kane is on the ball here again. Over to Joshua Kimmich. Musiala. Coman. Oh my goodness me. 2-0 down here. Kingsley Coman doubled Bayern Munich's advantage here. Bloody hell, I can't speak, lads. I apologise. It's not as warm in this room as it was the other day when I could barely string a sentence together. This is literally just fatigue kicking in, a bit of frustration as well. It's a good finish again, well worked goal, but I feel like we could have avoided that. We need to switch on more defensively. Joe Turl not happy about that. Bloody Joe Turl looking like he's about to present Deadline Day on Sky Sports News there with that yellow tie. But anyways, he's not going to be presenting a Champions League win with the way things are going at the moment. Oh, and Kingsley Coman scores his first Champions League goal of the season. Wouldn't you just bloody know it? Can we get a quick response here though? Rasmus Højlund, good save. Garnacho, why did he delay the shot? Why did he delay it? I didn't ask him to do that. I just pressed circle. But he bloody hesitated. Oh my goodness me. You can't hesitate from there, man. Honestly, very, very poor decision making there. I didn't want him to do that. I didn't ask him to do that. I pressed circle. He should have just had the shot, but for some reason he bloody hesitated. And Bayern are on the attack here now again. Thankfully they give it away to Hjulman. Here's Garnacho now. On the run, Alejandro Garnacho. Loses it though. I tell you what, GSP could be coming on at half time. Not very happy with Mr. Garnacho at the moment. I'm really not. And I'll be even less happy here if we do go 3-0 down, which is definitely a possibility. Olise, Harry Kane has probably just wrapped it up here. We did pull off one comeback in this episode against Brentford. I don't think we're going to be pulling one off here. Really good finish there from the Englishman. Really well worked goal again. All the goals have been so well worked from Bayern Munich. We were level on points with them coming into this game. They were only ahead of us on goal difference. But they've really shown the gulf in class between the two teams here. And it looks like this game might be over before it's even really properly began. That is super, super frustrating. Definitely need to make changes at half-time. So we have made a couple of changes here going into the second 45 minutes. Maeda will come on to play on the left-hand side. I just felt like Gordon didn't really do anything in the game. Not that it's entirely his fault, but we all know how great Maeda is. So we'll bring him on. Palmer goes out to the right. GSP comes on to play as the number 10 as Garnacho gets substituted off. But here we go, 3-0 down, a huge mountain to climb. Can we pull something back from this game? Let's see. We've pulled off greater comebacks, so it's not impossible. Here's GSP just off the bench. Go on, have a go. Have a go. Yeah, I could tell he was going to get intercepted if he didn't have that shot, so he may as well have just had a go. But a good save there by Neuer. But we do get the corner. So it's not over yet. Phil Brooks! For once, actually gets a lot of power behind the header and puts it on target. But Neuer was there to save it. Here's Mazraoui. Terrible cross. Terrible cross. We still have it though. Palmer can't squeeze it in. Another corner. Where was this in the first half? Honestly, I'm going to put Palmer on this corner again. It's towards Brooks again. Oh my god, again he wins the header, but he just puts it wide. The captain has had two opportunities now in the second half to pull one back. But unfortunately neither one going into the back of the net. But a really lively and positive start here to the second half, but no goal to show for it. And Bayern now go on the attack for the first time here in the second half. Good tackle though by Phil Brooks. GSP loses it though. Here come Bayern again. Trying to switch player, but it won't let me. Thankfully it did in the end. Brooks did well. Oh, well done, Timber. That's fantastic there by Timber. Go on. He's in. Not as clean through as I'd hoped. Rasmus over to GSP. Oh, good run by GSP. Fantastic from GSP. Off the bench. Does pull one back. Half an hour to go. 3-1. Should be picking that ball up, lad. But we are back in this game now. We do have a lifeline. But has that first goal come just a little bit too late? Bayern, are they going to respond straight away? Harry Kane. I can't get bloody near him. Olise. Sami Zayn with the save. Part of me feels like we needed to get that first goal just a little bit sooner than what we did. Sané comes on now for the German Giants. Good header away. Oh no, it's not. Oh well, we deal with it well. A lot of things happening there within the space of a couple of seconds. GSP into Maeda. Oh wait, he's done well. I thought he'd lost it for a second. He's being forced out a bit more wide than I would like, but he still has it here. Dazen Maeda. GSP. Rasmus. Good turn by Rasmus Højlund, but he feckin' loses it right before he can take the shot. I said feck, not the other F word, so I'll count that as me censoring myself. Lenny Yoro wins that ball back. Here's Maeda, Rasmus. I feel like there was a bit too long of a delay there, to be quite honest. He's offside. Fuck's sake, I didn't censor myself that time. Right, I'm going to make another change here. I'm going to bring on Kone. Timber hasn't played too bad, but I just feel like we need just something a little bit different in the midfield. And I feel like I haven't played him enough in this episode. So we'll bring him on and see if he can make a difference here in the final 20 minutes or so. But again, lads, like, a loss here, it just makes it more and more difficult for us because we still have so many tough games to go in the Champions League. Oh my god. That was just too easy for them. That was just far too easy for Bayern Munich there. And I think that kills off any chance of a comeback now. 2 goals here for Harry Kane. I'm not watching the stupid POV camera. Honestly, those things make me bloody car sick, to be honest, or travel sick. They really do. That is really frustrating. I really felt like we were building up some momentum there. But it wasn't to be. Watch us pull back a second goal now after we concede the 4th. Oh, not quite. Good save by Neuer there from GSP. Well, we've never been knocked out of the Champions League in the league phase, but there's a first time for everything. And I tell you what, with the tough fixtures we have, it's not totally out of the realms of possibility. Oh, fucking hell. This has not been a 5-1 game. I'm sorry, but it hasn't. I mean, the first half, fair enough, Bayern dominated us, but this second half, it was all us. We conceded the 4th, and it looks like now we've just absolutely collapsed again. That's so irritating. It really is. To give ourselves the lifeline and then to just bloody capitulate straight afterwards, basically. Well, not straight afterwards, but not long afterwards. It's a really big annoyance. Here's Rasmus. Yeah, he makes it 5-2. I mean, we can go and get the ball back, but I really don't feel like it makes a difference at this stage. I know he's just going to kick it into the back of the net as well. Why do they always do that? It's a really, really big irritation of mine. Right, Lenny Yoro is knackered. We'll bring on Martinez. I'm just going to keep Mazraoui on. I can't be bothered changing him. Who am I going to bring on? Is there anyone else I kind of fancy bringing on for these last few minutes? Do you know what? Let's just bring on Johnston. Feck it. I don't want to concede a 6, so I wasn't initially going to bring him on because I'm getting sick of substituting my right back in every game, but if that's the difference between us not conceding a 6th and us conceding 1, then I'll make that change and hope for the best. But yeah, I remember in the Celtic series, Season 4, we had an absolute shocker in the league phase, narrowly qualified. Oh, okay, well we have... Oh no, we haven't. Oh wait, yes we have. No, we haven't. Sami Zayn makes some very good saves. Oh god, I'd almost accepted there that we conceded a 6th. But what I was saying was that second last season of the Celtic series, we narrowly... I think we came 23rd in the league phase. Somehow got to the Champions League final that year. We didn't win it, but still, I never would have imagined it. So that is one thing to keep in mind. But as I say, it's not entirely... Oh, fucking piss off! Piss right off! 6-2. I'm not censoring myself. Oh my god. Leroy Sané, you shouldn't even be here anymore. He's left Bayern in real life, but he's still here in this series. And that's that, lads. 6-2 here at the Allianz Arena. And this Champions League campaign is going from bad to worse. Well, I mentioned finishing 23rd with Celtic. That's currently where we are in the Champions League table, but of course we've played a game more than a few of the teams below us, so we could be outside the playoff places by the time we start the next episode. That is really, really frustrating. And 14 goals as well. Honestly, like, it's just so bloody frustrating. PSG and Arsenal struggling as well. AC Milan too, but that's so bloody annoying. That was not a 6-2 game. I don't care. I mean, first half, as I say, we weren't great, but that second half, I really don't feel like we should have conceded the goals that we did. But listen, we did, so yeah, we just have to try and see if we can do better in the next episode. Thankfully, though, in the Premier League, we did actually stay top of the table. Despite that draw against Leeds United, we are still on top of the table after 10 games, so at least it's looking quite good there. I actually didn't check the League Cup draw, but we can check that there now. Sheffield Wednesday away from home. Interesting. So we've gotten some favourable draws so far, and when you look at the teams we could have gotten, Man City, Brighton, Villa, Chelsea, Arsenal, even Burnley, I think we probably got, on paper at least, the easiest draw. But of course, I'm not Anthony Smith, and football is not played on paper. But anyways, lads, that will do it for this episode of the Dream Team Career Mode. Just a couple of things before we wrap it up. First thing, of course, the Premier League is starting literally right after this episode. Liverpool will be playing Bournemouth. I have created an FPL league for the Straight Outta Cloyne channel, so if you are interested in joining that, please do click the link in the description to join that league, and the winner of the Straight Outta Cloyne Fantasy Football League will be used as a created player in my first FC27 career mode. Of course, we like to use created Easter egg players in each career mode that I do, so if you want to be one of those players, then please do join the FPL League and see if you do come out victorious. The other thing as well, lads, is that next week I am going to slightly tweak the schedule of these episodes. So instead of 3 episodes next week, there's going to be 4 episodes from Monday to Thursday. So there will be no episode next Friday because I will actually be up in Dublin for the WWE taping of SmackDown. So I won't be around on Friday. So we'll do episodes on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday instead of Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So no episode on Friday of next week, but you're still getting an extra episode of this career mode. So yeah, hopefully we'll play better than we did against Bayern Munich today, and hopefully we'll get some better results in the Champions League. But anyways, lads, that will do it for this episode officially. If you did enjoy it, please do hit that like button. Consider subscribing to the channel as well. We are on the road to 700 subscribers, and I will talk to you all next week. Take care.